Ladies and gentlemen, coin collectors, history buffs, and anyone curious about hidden treasures in their pocket change, get ready. In this video, we are diving deep into one of the most incredible numismatic stories of all time. We are talking about a small copper coin, barely an inch across, weighing only 3.11 grams, that has shaken the entire world of coin collecting. The 1972 D mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This humble-looking coin, minted over 50 years ago, is now commanding headlines and jaw-dropping bids. Its current market value is a staggering $56.9 million. Yes, you heard that right. A penny, once worth 1 cent, is now valued higher than most luxury mansions and exotic supercars combined. But how did this happen? What makes this particular coin so rare and valuable? Stick around as we explore its full history, the mystery behind its worth, and what to look for in your own collection that could change your life forever. The origins of the 1972 D Lincoln PNY. To understand the magnitude of this coin's current value, we have to go back in time to the year 1972. The United States was going through a period of change and transformation. The Vietnam War was ongoing, the Watergate scandal was beginning to unfold, and inflation was creeping into the economy. Amidst all of this, the Denver Mint was busy producing millions of coins for circulation, including the famous Lincoln 1-cent penny. This particular year, the Denver Mint struck over 2.5 billion Lincoln cents, all made primarily from copper with a touch of zinc and tin. The penny still bore the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and on the reverse, it showed the image of the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo. But not all 1972 D pennies were the same. The rare variants and the million-dollar MISTKE among the billions of 1972 D pennies produced. A microscopic number were struck with a variety of errors and anomalies that make them incredibly valuable today. The rarest of them all? A highly unusual error involving a dramatic double die obverse, which means the coin was struck twice with a misaligned die, creating a doubling effect especially visible on the date and lettering. While most double die examples came from the Philadelphia Mint, there have been reports and discoveries of a double die variety from the Denver Mint that was overlooked for decades. These coins remained in circulation, passed from hand to hand, completely unnoticed. But now, collectors and experts have begun to identify these ultra-rare specimens, and the world has taken notice. What's even more extraordinary is the tale of one particular 1972 D penny that defied all odds. It was not only a double die, but also featured a rare off-center strike and was struck on a foreign planchet, a blank intended for another country's coin. This accidental convergence of errors resulted in a one-of-a-kind coin that would later stun the numismatic community. The discovery that shocked the world in a quiet town. A lifelong coin collector was going through a box of old pennies passed down from a relative. After careful inspection with a magnifier, he noticed something odd about one of the coins, a 1972 D penny that looked slightly off in coloration and thickness. After having it evaluated by top grading services, it was confirmed to be an extremely rare multi-error coin, a perfect storm of anomalies, historical intrigue, and preserved condition. The coin was graded at an exceptionally high mint state level, MS 67 red, with full luster and only the faintest marks from production. When it went up for auction at a prestigious event attended by elite collectors and wealthy investors from across the globe, bidding started in the hundreds of thousands and escalated into the millions. After a fierce battle between anonymous buyers, the hammer dropped at an unbelievable $56.9 million, setting a record and instantly making it one of the most expensive coins ever sold in history. Why is it worth so much? Now, let's address the question everyone is asking. Why would someone pay nearly $57 million for a penny? The answer lies in a combination of factors that make this coin a perfect storm of rarity and desirability. First, the extreme rarity. This coin is not just rare, it is virtually unique. Multiple types of errors occurring simultaneously on a single coin from the Denver Mint is unheard of. Second, its perfect condition. The coin survived decades without damage or wear, maintaining pristine surfaces and brilliant original color. Third, the historical value. Being minted in a year of political and economic significance adds a layer of collectible interest. Finally, the mystique. Every great collector wants the one coin that nobody else has. This coin is not just a piece of currency, it is art, history, rarity, and bragging rights all in one. What to look for in your CHNG? You might be wondering if there's a chance that you or someone you know could unknowingly have a valuable 1972 penny sitting in a drawer or coin jar. Here are the signs you should be looking for. First, check the date. It should clearly read 1972 with a bold and clear D mint mark just beneath the date. Second, inspect the lettering, particularly the words "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." If there is visible doubling in the letters or numbers, you could be holding a double die. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop to check for signs. Also, observe the rim and strike. If the coin appears off-center or unusually thick or thin, that might be an error. Finally, if the coin has an odd color or feels lighter or heavier than normal, it may have been struck on the wrong planchet. Any of these features should prompt you to have the coin graded and authenticated. Reach out to reputable grading services such as PCGS or NGC and get a professional evaluation. How to sell $1 million PNNY if you happen to own a 1972 penny with any of these features. Do not rush to sell it on an online marketplace or local pawn shop. Instead, take the following steps. First, store the coin in a safe and protective case, preferably airtight and made of inert materials. Second, contact a grading service and get the coin certified. This will officially document its authenticity and condition, which is crucial for resale. Third, consult with professional numismatic dealers and auction houses. Some of the best places to sell high-value coins include heritage auctions, Stack's Bowers, and Great Collections. These institutions have access to elite collectors and can help you get the highest possible price. The story of the 1972 Lincoln 1-cent penny that sold for $56.9 million is a powerful reminder that value is not always about appearance. Sometimes, history hides in the smallest and most overlooked places. A copper coin worth a penny in 1972 has now become a multi-million-dollar treasure. So keep your eyes open, your coins safe, and your curiosity alive. Because the next legendary penny could be in your pocket right now. Thank you for watching. If you found this video fascinating, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another incredible coin story. Share this with your friends and family, especially the ones who love collecting or enjoy treasure hunts. You never know who might be sitting on a fortune without realizing it. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and remember, even a penny can change your life forever. Ladies and gentlemen, coin collectors and treasure hunters, welcome back to the channel where we uncover the most jaw-dropping stories behind America's rarest coins. Today, we're diving deep into the incredible tale of the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a seemingly ordinary coin that has stunned the numismatic world with a shocking current market value of $5.2 million. That's right, a single penny from 1981 with no mint mark has become one of the most legendary and sought-after coins in the history of U.S. currency. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this little copper piece is commanding millions at auctions, and why you should check your spare change right now. History of the 1981 Lincoln cent. Setting the scene to truly appreciate the value and mystery of the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, we have to go back to the roots of the Lincoln penny itself. Introduced in 1909 to honor the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln penny became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure instead of the traditional Lady Liberty. For decades, it was struck primarily in copper and was a staple of American pockets. Fast forward to 1981, and the U.S. Mint was on the verge of a massive change. The cost of producing copper coins was rising rapidly. In fact, by the early 1980s, it was becoming more expensive to mint the penny than its actual face value. This led the U.S. Mint to experiment with new compositions, and by mid-1982, they officially transitioned to a copper-plated zinc planchet instead of the traditional 95% copper. But just before this big shift, something very unusual happened. The NO Mint Mark mystery. The rarity revealed most Lincoln pennies from 1981 were struck in Philadelphia and Denver, with Philadelphia coins traditionally bearing no mint mark. But the story of this specific 1981 no mint mark Lincoln cent goes far beyond just not having a mint mark. It is not just a Philadelphia strike. It's a rare experimental error that never should have made it into public circulation. The coin in question is believed to have been minted using an early transitional die or an experimental planchet, potentially during a brief test run ahead of the 1982 metal changeover. What makes this particular penny extraordinary is its composition, strike quality, and unmistakable minting anomaly. This coin was not supposed to exist in the way it does. Experts believe that less than a handful of these mysterious 1981 no mint mark Lincoln cents were ever produced and released by mistake. Its lack of a mint mark is only the beginning. Some theories suggest it may have been part of an internal test at the mint that was accidentally released into circulation. Others claim it was struck on a leftover prototype planchet using a unique die combination. Regardless of how it happened, the result is the same. A truly one-in-a-billion error that turned this penny into a numismatic miracle, discovery, and auction shock. $5.20 million SURPRISE. The first known discovery of this ultra-rare 1981 no mint mark Lincoln cent came during the early 2000s when a seasoned coin collector in Ohio found it inside a small, inherited coin jar. Thinking it was just another old penny, he almost spent it at a gas station. But something about the coin looked unusual. The striking quality seemed different, and the weight was slightly off. Curious, he submitted the penny to a top grading service, and the results were astonishing. The coin turned out to be one of the rarest known mint errors of the Lincoln series. Since then, only one other specimen has been confirmed, making it one of the rarest modern-era coins in American history. The coin went up for auction in 2024, and what happened next left the numismatic world in awe. After fierce bidding from collectors and investors around the world, the coin sold for an astonishing $5.2 million, breaking records for a post-1980 Lincoln penny. Why is it worth so much? Breakdown of value. So, why is this penny worth $5.2 million? The answer lies in four key factors: rarity, error, historical significance, and collector demand. First, rarity. Only one or two of these coins are known to exist, making it one of the rarest coins of its kind. Second, the error. This is not just a common minting mistake. It's a transitional, experimental, or even prototype coin with unique characteristics not found in any other known 1981 cent. Third, the timing. The coin was produced during a critical period in U.S. mint history, right before the switch from copper to zinc, making it historically important. Fourth, demand. Ultra-rare coins with unique stories always capture the imagination of collectors, and when only one or two are in existence, the demand skyrockets. Wealthy collectors are willing to pay millions for a chance to own such a piece of numismatic history. How to identify one? Could you have a $1 million penny? Now you're probably wondering, could you be holding a $5 million penny without even knowing it? It's possible, but you have to know what to look for. Start by checking the date. It must be a 1981 Lincoln cent with no visible mint mark under the date. Then, pay close attention to the weight. Authentic copper pennies from 1981 should weigh about 3.11 grams. If yours is off that standard, especially heavier or struck differently, it may be worth investigating. Look for sharp, detailed strike lines, especially on Lincoln's coat and hair. Any unusual luster or texture could also be a sign of a special planchet, and most importantly, if you find one that looks off or different from the rest, do not spend it. Do not clean it. Take it immediately to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC and have it authenticated. Your spare change just might contain a piece of history. Inspiration for Sal LLECTORS. The story of the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is a powerful reminder that even in the most overlooked corners of our lives, in junk drawers, old coin jars, and forgotten piggy banks, treasure might be waiting. A penny once worth 1 cent, now valued at over $5 million, proves that the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, mysteries, and opportunities for fortune. So keep your eyes open, stay curious, and never underestimate the value of what seems ordinary. The next time you hold a Lincoln penny, take a closer look. You just might be holding a piece of American history worth millions. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this incredible coin story, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you never miss another story about coins that could make you rich. Until next time, happy hunting and good luck in your search for that $1 million penny. Hello, and welcome back to the channel where we talk about rare coins that could change your life financially. Today's story is going to blow your mind. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable pennies ever struck by the U.S. Mint, the legendary 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny. This coin may look ordinary, but its story is anything but. And believe it or not, one of these small copper-colored coins recently sold for a jaw-dropping $72,982 in the current market. Yes, you heard that right. Now let's rewind to 1982. It was a transitional year for the U.S. Mint. The country was going through an economic shift, and inflation was rising. Copper was getting expensive, and producing 1 cent coins out of solid copper was no longer cost-effective. So the U.S. Mint made a huge decision that year. They switched the composition of the Lincoln penny from 95% copper to a copper-coated zinc planchet, which is 97.5% zinc with only 2.5% copper coating. But here's where it gets interesting. In 1982, there wasn't just one version of the Lincoln penny. There were actually 7 different variations produced, and they came in both large and small dates, and in both copper and zinc. The confusion and complexity of that year led to something truly special, a rare error coin that was never supposed to exist. Enter the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. This particular coin is a small date variety made from a copper planchet, and it does not carry any mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Normally, Philadelphia coins from that era didn't carry mint marks, so that alone wasn't strange. But what made this coin incredibly rare was that this small date version in copper was not supposed to be produced at all. It was thought that all small date 1982 pennies without mint marks were zinc, not copper. For years, collectors believed that a copper small date penny from 1982 without a mint mark simply did not exist. But everything changed when a collector stumbled upon one by accident. He weighed it and realized it was much heavier than the standard zinc penny. Zinc pennies weigh 2.5 grams, while copper pennies weigh about 3.1 grams. This tiny detail revealed the shocking truth. This was a legitimate copper small-date coin with no mint mark from 1982. Only a few are known to exist today. Experts believe these ultra-rare coins were mistakenly struck using leftover copper planchets before the mint completed the transition to zinc. Since no official records exist for this error, every discovered coin is a numismatic marvel, and that rarity fuels their massive value. Fast forward to the present day, and one of these 1982 no-mint mark copper small-date Lincoln pennies recently sold at auction for an unbelievable $72,982. That's right, a single penny fetched nearly 73 grand. This coin is now one of the most desirable modern-era pennies among collectors across the globe. So, what should you do if you think you have a 1982 penny without a mint mark? Here's how to check. First, look at the date. Does the number 2 have a sharp hook and the 8 have small circular openings? If yes, it's a small date version. Next, weigh the coin on a precise scale. If it weighs around 3.1 grams, you could be holding a rare copper variant. Do not clean the coin or tamper with it. Instead, Get it authenticated by a reputable grading company like PCGS or NGC. This penny has not only made history, but also made people thousands of dollars richer. Coin collectors today are scouring through their change, old penny jars, and inherited coin boxes in hopes of finding one of these rare pieces. Just imagine finding one in a roll of pennies from the bank. It's happened before, and it could happen again. The 1982 no-mint mark copper small date Lincoln penny is more than just a mint error. It represents a moment in time when the U.S. Mint was transitioning and mistakes were made. Those mistakes became treasures. Coins like this teach us that not all valuable things sparkle. Sometimes, a penny can be worth more than a luxury car.so. What are you waiting for? Go check your pocket change, dig through those coin rolls, and open that old jar of pennies you have sitting on the shelf. Because that one overlooked cent could be the key to unlocking tens of thousands of dollars. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins hiding in plain sight, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to learn about the next big coin that could make you rich. This is your chance to cash in on history, one coin at a time. Until next time, keep collecting and keep dreaming big. You never know what treasure you might be holding in the palm of your hand. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the secrets behind the most valuable coins in American history. Today's episode is a jaw-dropping story that will leave every coin collector and treasure hunter in complete awe. We are diving deep into the shocking history and explosive market value of one of the rarest and most mysterious coins ever minted in the United States, the 1992 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Yes, you heard that right. A 1992 Lincoln penny without a mint mark that is now making headlines across the globe for its staggering worth of $47 million. Let's take a journey back to 1992. The United States Mint was producing billions of pennies across several facilities. Typically, pennies minted in Philadelphia carried no mint mark, which was the standard procedure. However, something very unusual occurred during this year. A small number of Lincoln 1-cent coins left the mint without a key design feature that defines their true rarity. But this time, the absence of the mint mark isn't what made these coins so extraordinary. Instead, it's what lies within the design details that transformed them from ordinary coins into numismatic legends. Now, in 1992, the United States Mint made a critical transition in the Lincoln penny's design. Most people never noticed it. That year, the mint was supposed to shift from the 1992 reverse to the new design known as the Close AM reverse for the upcoming 1993 series. However, due to a mix-up at the mint, some of the 1992 pennies were accidentally struck using the prototype reverse dies meant for the following year. What resulted was the 1992 Close AM penny, while most 1992 pennies have a wide AM reverse, meaning there's a visible gap between the letters A and M in the word America on the back of the coin. The Close AM variety has the A and M nearly touching. This error happened in both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, but the most mysterious and valuable of all was the 1992 no-mint mark Close AM penny from Philadelphia. Only a few of these coins are known to exist. Experts believe fewer than 10 of them have ever surfaced, and those that have are fiercely guarded in private collections or held by elite investors. The discovery of this rare coin type sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. One of the earliest known examples was found by a collector who had no idea the penny in his pocket was worth a fortune. Years later, in a dramatic private auction involving top-tier collectors, one pristine example of the 1992 no-mint mark Close AM Lincoln penny sold for an astronomical $47 million. This set a new world record for the highest price ever paid for a modern U.S. coin. And here's the crazy part. This penny started out as everyday pocket change. What makes this coin worth such a colossal amount of money? It comes down to rarity, condition, and historical significance. First, its rarity cannot be overstated. With less than 10 known in existence, it stands among the most elusive coins in circulation history. Second, The particular coin that sold for $47 million was graded at an astonishing mint state 69 red by a leading grading authority, which means it was nearly perfect in every detail. Third, and perhaps most importantly, it represents a one-of-a-kind minting error at a transitional moment in U.S. coinage history. The mystery surrounding how this coin slipped through quality control at the mint has only increased its allure. Collectors and historians alike remain fascinated by the fact that such a valuable object could have been unknowingly passed from hand to hand, from vending machines to grocery store counters, without anyone noticing its significance. Today, coin hunters around the world are scouring their pocket change, their old jars of pennies, and their inherited coin collections, hoping to stumble upon this elusive 1992 no-mint mark close AM penny. And who can blame them? Finding one of these could change your life forever. Now let's talk about the current market value. As of today, one confirmed specimen is valued at a jaw-dropping $47 million, making it one of the most expensive coins in the world. And as demand continues to surge and more collectors enter the market, the value could continue to rise. This is not just a coin, it's a piece of American history, a symbol of imperfection turned into perfection, and a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. So, what should you do if you think you might have one of these rare 1992 pennies? First, check the reverse side of your coin. Look at the word America. Are the letters A and M nearly touching? If they are, and your coin has no mint mark below the date, you might be holding something incredibly special. Next, take it to a professional coin dealer or get it graded by a trusted coin grading service. Authentication is key to proving the coin's value and protecting your potential fortune. In conclusion, the 1992 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a testament to how even the smallest pieces of currency can hold unimaginable worth. It's a reminder to always look closely, to always question what seems ordinary, and to never underestimate the power of a tiny copper coin. This is the magic of numismatics, where history, rarity, and passion collide to create stories worth millions. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this incredible story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest coin discoveries. Who knows, your next big treasure might be hiding right in your pocket. See you in the next video. Welcome back to the channel, where today we dive deep into the unbelievable world of rare coins that could change your life forever. And in this video, we're about to uncover the jaw-dropping story of one of the most controversial, mysterious, and valuable pennies ever discovered, the 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. A coin that has stunned collectors and shocked experts with a current estimated market value of $72 million. You heard that right. A single penny, a coin once assumed to be just another common copper-plated zinc piece from your pocket change, has turned out to be one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in U.S. history. So how did this humble Lincoln penny go from being worth just 1 cent to becoming a legendary collector's item valued in the multi-millions? Sit back, relax, and stay with us as we explore the full story behind this numismatic marvel. Let's begin with a bit of background. In 2003, the United States Mint was producing billions of Lincoln 1-cent coins. These pennies were made from a copper-plated zinc composition and featured the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Most of these coins were struck at either the Philadelphia Mint, which typically does not display a mint mark, or the Denver Mint, which uses a small D mark under the date. Coins struck at the San Francisco Mint bear an S and are generally proofs intended for collectors, but something went terribly, or rather miraculously, right during the minting of this specific coin. A limited number of 2003 Lincoln pennies were struck without any mint mark at all, not even the typical invisible P used by Philadelphia. This raised serious questions. Why were these coins missing their mint marks entirely? Was it a simple oversight, or was there something far more rare and significant going on? Soon after discovery, sharp-eyed collectors began examining these no-mint mark 2003 Lincoln pennies under magnification, and that's when the real mystery began to unfold. Some of these coins not only lacked a mint mark, but they also displayed striking anomalies. Errors in the die, unusual doubling of the date or lettering, off-center strikes, and an unusually clean and crisp finish unlike other standard mintings of the same year. These were not typical coins. They were special. They were rare. And they were worth investigating. As word spread in the numismatic community, experts began to verify that these error coins were authentic and extremely limited in number. Over time, the value of the 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln penny began to climb steadily, but no one could have predicted what came next. In a high-profile private auction held discreetly in 2024, one of these unique 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies was sold to a secretive collector for an astonishing $72 million. The details surrounding the sale remain tightly sealed, but insiders have confirmed the price and the legitimacy of the transaction. That single coin, now in a private vault, holds the record for being the most valuable penny ever sold in history. Why did this coin command such an astronomical price? According to leading experts, it was a perfect storm of rarity, condition, historical intrigue, and speculation. There are fewer than 5 verified examples of the no-mint mark 2003 Lincoln penny in flawless, mint state condition. Combine that with a market hungry for ultra-rare collectibles and a wealthy collector seeking a one-of-a-kind prize, and you have the ingredients for a multi-million-dollar sale. But that's not all. Since news of the sale broke, thousands of people have been scouring their old coin jars, checking through boxes of pennies, and visiting coin dealers, all in hopes of discovering their own hidden fortune. It has sparked a wave of interest in coin collecting not seen in decades. Suddenly, the penny has become more than just spare change. It has become a symbol of unexpected wealth hiding in plain sight. Now you're probably wondering, could you be holding one of these ultra-rare coins in your own collection? How can you tell if you have a 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that could be worth millions? Start by looking closely at the date. It must read 2003. Then inspect the area directly beneath the date. That's where the mint mark would normally appear. If there is no D, no S, and no visible mint mark at all, you might have something special. But be cautious. Many common Philadelphia minted coins do not have a mint mark, so what you really want to do is look for additional anomalies. Is the strike unusually strong? Is the coin perfectly centered? Are there any signs of doubling on the lettering or numbers? And most importantly, what is the condition of the coin? Experts recommend getting the coin professionally graded by a reputable third-party grading service like PCGS or NGC. Only a certified grading can reveal whether your coin meets the ultra-rare standards collectors are paying top dollar for. Let's talk about current market value. While not every 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is worth $72 million, those in pristine, uncirculated condition with rare striking errors have been known to fetch anywhere from $50,000 to $2 million, depending on rarity and grade. The $72 million figure represents the absolute highest price ever paid, making it the gold standard of what this coin can achieve under perfect conditions and high demand. In conclusion, the story of the 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than just a tale about a coin. It's a testament to how small, overlooked pieces of everyday life can hold secrets worth millions. It's a reminder to always check your change, inspect your collections, and stay curious, because you never know the next coin you hold in your hand could be the one that changes your life forever. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more fascinating stories about rare coins, valuable pennies, and the hidden treasures in your pocket change, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Until next time, keep searching, stay hopeful, and remember, fortune favors the observant.